Do all men need a 750 watt e-bike? Stick around to find out. Hey everyone, I'm Dustin. I have nearly 20 years experience in the bike and e-bike industry, and today we're going to answer the question, do all men need a 750 watt e-bike? Now before we get into it, hit that subscribe button below, stay in touch with us here at 630. Be the first to know about all the new content we're putting out, giveaways we do, and of course, new product releases. All right, I've got two awesome 500 watt e-bikes here, our simple step through with the lowest step through height of any e-bike, linked in the description below if you want to check it out. All right, so the question is do all men need a 750 watt e-bike? Short answer is no, but there are some things to know about what size motor you should look at as a man if you want to ensure you get an e-bike motor size that's going to be best for your riding habits. Now, I'm 230 pounds. I primarily ride a 500 watt e-bike in my daily riding, and it's enough power for me to get up hills. Now, I can do the throttle only up hills, but it's not going to zip me up the hill by going throttle only. So if you are a heavier man, 230 pounds or over, and you want to zip up hills with very little effort, a 750 watt is a great option. Now, with that said, a lot of men riders don't necessarily want overpowered or super powerful, right? And the reality is on flat ground, you're not going to really be able to tell the difference between a 500 watt and a 750 watt e-bike. Now, the acceleration obviously might be a little bit quicker out of a 750 watt, but in California and many other states, they're actually limited to 20 miles an hour. So what you're gonna find is once you hit 20 miles an hour, the motor will no longer supply you power. So if you're primarily doing flat ground riding, a 500 watt for all men, even up to 300 pounds, will be more than enough power. And we've actually done videos of riders over 300 pounds riding 500 watt e-bikes. And even on small hills, they were okay, but you can tell on flat ground how they respond to the power. And a lot of them are still surprised by how powerful even the 500 watts is. So now, if you are a rider that loves to just go as fast as possible, and you always want to be at the highest speed at the littlest amount of effort, then 750 watts is a good option for you. But just keep in mind, any brand that is following the limits that are proposed by their state, they cannot exceed 20 miles an hour and 28 miles an hour in pedal assist. So now on a cruiser e-bike, 500 watts, this is going to cap out at 22 miles an hour. If we bump this up to 750 watts, yes, you could get upwards of 28 miles an hour. So you have to ask yourself if you want to travel at those speeds, if you feel safe going at those speeds. If you've never been on an e-bike going 28 miles an hour, I will tell you it's very fast and it's not for every rider. I actually just did a video of me coming down a hill at 30 miles an hour, and it's fast, it feels fast, and like I said, I would only recommend that for very experienced riders that have some need to go that fast, especially if you're out on the streets, because at 28 miles an hour, if you fall off a bike or an e-bike, there's the very real possibility of a serious injury. So, the answer is no, not all men need a 750 watt. Now, if you are closer to 300 pounds and you are building leg strength back and you want something that's really gonna aid you while you pedal, I say 750 watts is a good option because it can help build your leg strength back and you'll have the power of the bike as you need it. If you have a lot of hills and like I said, you're not confident in your leg strength, like big, steep inclines as a man, then yes, 750 watt also may be a good option. But if you're somebody that primarily likes to rely on the pedal assist and you're okay doing some work, 500 watts is also more than enough power. Or if you also just primarily ride flat ground as well, 250 watts is a great option. And I actually recommend 250 watts to riders that are a little bit scared of the speed, or even riders over the age of 60, if you just don't want to take that risk of getting injured, keep the motor a little smaller. You don't need that really, really quick acceleration, and you don't need to go 28 miles an hour. And even the 250 watt, you are going to feel it. When you pedal, it's going to kick in and you will feel the assistance of the motor. So it's not like every guy should just go out there and buy the biggest motor on an e-bike, right? It's like a car. Not everybody needs a V8 or a V6. Depends on your lifestyle, your riding, what you're gonna do. So just make sure you consider everything before jumping in and getting a huge motor. Because quite honestly, you may get a huge motor and it may scare you off. The other thing to think about is with the bigger motor, if you're running in the highest level of assistance, you're gonna drain that battery quicker. Now, typically the bigger motors will have bigger batteries, which also can mean increased price in a lot of circumstances. So the price is something you'd have to consider as well. If you can save some money by opting for a 500 watt versus a 750 watt, maybe that's something that you would like to choose. Again, you have to think about what the best choice for you is. Now, if you have any other comments or questions on the topic, please put them below or reach out to us, the team at sixthreezero.com, or call us 310-982-2877. In addition to that, don't forget, both these e-bikes linked in the description below if you want to check them out. We also offer a 30-day test ride your e-bike policy. If you don't love your e-bike in the first 30 days, send it back, no questions asked, no money out of your pocket. In addition to that, we're going to warranty everything on the bike for up to 1 year. Anything goes wrong in the first year, we take care of it, parts and labor. And lastly, be a part of our community. Our Facebook group has thousands of members. You can jump into that group and talk to existing riders before you purchase to make sure you're making the right decision. Then when you have your e-bike, post in the group, make friends. It's a lot of fun. And don't forget, download our app to track our rides and compete on the leaderboard with that as well. So thanks for sticking around, and don't forget, it's your journey or experience. Enjoy the ride.